First off, I'm going to have to ask you to go and rate this show, maybe even leave a comment. And you could do that on iTunes or SoundCloud, and for Android users, you can now listen via Google Play. Now, this podcast may contain explicit content, just saying, so open your mind, relax, and listen to this dope-ass podcast.
Food for thought, coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest to find more about something else. Hey, food for thought, coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest.
If people don't understand that, well, they don't understand nothing.
Truth spilling, leaving victims to my honest ways. I come in peaks like an alien from outer space. Internet pirates riding waves on your webpage. Download shit, click the link, press play. I don't mean to pray, but I pray every week for myself, for my fam, cause we all gotta eat. Protein, no more sweets. Till I'm caked up on the beach in Belize. Food for thought, coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest to find more about something else. Wait, food for thought coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest to find more about something else. Wait.
Yo, you listen to another episode of More About Something Else. My name is Joshua, and I just want to say thank you to any and everybody that's been rocking with this show since day one. Truly appreciate it. But yeah, man, things are good. I can say that for sure. Things are really good. Or I can say things are getting better. But besides that, recaps, we're in 2018 right now. So I went out, I don't usually go out, but I decided to go out because my friend invited me out for a birthday party that I wasn't really invited to, but it's cool. Had a good time. I went to this place called Diablo Locos. $3.75, you call it. Before 11 o'clock. I got there at 9. I got wasted. And it was cool, just the environment and people were there. It wasn't as packed as, other places, but it was cool, right? So, I don't know. For some reason, I decided to go outside because I parked across the street so I can see my vehicle. During the midst of me drinking and whatnot, I went outside at 12 o'clock, maybe 12:30, to find out that my car had been towed. I don't like tow truck drivers. I'm just not realizing that. I really don't like them. I don't like them because they so money hungry. Nigga, if I'm parking in the right place, don't tow my car. What if I was at that business and you towed my car? Then we gonna have an issue. So, I got my car towed and whatnot, and, I was trying to get a hold of the tow truck company. These people so unprofessional. I even tried to go to the tow truck place, and, I don't know. It was just horrible. It was a horrible experience because, I never really got my car towed like that, but that happened. And yeah, I just don't like tow truck drivers or whatever. It's because I'm just like, when I actually did go pick up the car, they told me the time that they towed it. It's like literally 40 minutes after I parked the car, they towed my car. I was just like, oh, so they couldn't wait at least an hour or whatever. Like literally they were just towing cars just to tow cars. But I don't know, that happened, and I don't like you guys, but it's all good, because you know what, it's a new day, it's a new week, and I can't keep getting mad at shit like this. I did call everybody in my phone book, because the price to tow my car out, to get my car out of there, was pretty high. And, I was calling people, I was like, hey, can you spot me $20 or whatever? And I don't know, you just tend to realize in a time of hardship, when you need somebody, and I understand if you don't pick up the phone or whatever, but when you do say no and like whatever, like I understand that this is probably where we cut ties, because I don't mind if at any point you say, hey, I need your help. All right, yeah, sure, I don't mind. Like that's just who I am, and maybe it's like who you are as an individual. Okay, I understand, whatever, but. That's one thing that happened. We just watched we just witnessed Alabama for I don't know how many times they won a national title. I'm tired of seeing Alabama win a damn national title. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're really good. But I don't know. And, honestly, Georgia, I'm not going to lie to you, they did not deserve to be in the in a national championship. Let me just make that clear that they did not deserve it. You know, there was one player on Georgia that told Baker Mayfield the previous week to humble himself, but Baker Mayfield just dropped a 40 piece on you. So it's just like, it was that. And like, the only reason why Georgia made it to the national championship was just because, you know, it was a late game. It was double overtime. You know, things just happened and the coaching was horrible. And you could just tell that everybody was really tired. But, you know, that's one aspect. I don't know what's wrong with Georgia. I'm not gonna lie to you. They keep losing in sports. Like, maybe that's just not a sports state. I don't know if we want to call them a sports state as a collective. I don't know how good they are on a lower level, but from a national level, collegiate level, horrible, right? So we have the Atlanta Hawks, 2014-2015 season. They were projected to go to the finals. They were projected to never lose a game. And, you know, they fucked it up. And now they're quote unquote rebuilding. So that's one aspect. They did all that. We have the infamous 28-3 Super Bowl. I don't know what happened with that, but that was probably one of the worst Super Bowl performances I've ever seen in my life. How do you let a team come back from 3 points? A field goal, you know? And then here we go with Georgia. You had the lead all the way until the end. Then you go into overtime. Why? Just why? But yeah, I mean, sports is good, you know, it brings everybody together, but just examining these things, let's just say that Georgia is not that state for that. Let's just keep Georgia, you know, with the strip clubs and the good food. Like, that is what Georgia is known for. Like, let's just stick to that, right? So, flu season is here, and I don't know, like, a lot of people getting the flu. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I don't believe in taking the flu shot. I don't believe that the flu shot actually works. I think the flu shot actually makes things worse. I witnessed my dad take the flu shot and he got sick. And people say, oh, well, that's a rare occasion. Nah, nigga. I don't know what they inject you with. You know, they might inject you with a little bit of the flu so your body is okay and it becomes immune to the actual flu. But no, I watched my dad get the flu. So I don't believe in that. But, you know, when flu season just comes on and it's an on and off thing every year, whatever, we have flu season, right? This year is kind of weird because it's a severe case of flu symptoms in a lot of people getting sick. And I don't know, it's kind of weird because even the hospitals are just like, we've never seen something like this. So I'm kind of a little worried about that. So I've been staying inside the house. I am not trying to get sick. I got sick. I don't even want to say I got sick, but I got sick the other day, or not even the other day. It was probably like a month ago. No, Thanksgiving. Yeah, when I got sick, that was probably the worst feeling I ever got in my life. And to me, I don't know, it felt like fluish type symptoms. And I don't know, I feel for those that got the flu because I never want to feel that. But yeah, you know, stay healthy. Take your vitamin C. I watched Bright, right? I finally watched it, and it was good. I liked it, but it would have made more sense if they didn't try to adapt it to, like, now. Like, let's not say this is fucking Los Angeles, first of all. Or we can say light years away. Or we can say this didn't happen on this planet or this didn't happen in this universe. So, just understand why people don't like it, because it's kind of corny. It is kind of corny, but you know, there was a message to it. We kind of understand what's going on. The scripting and the wording of the movie, bad lines, horrible lines, horrible lines. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was corny shit. But despite that, it's not that was an issue. It was the issue of Hollywood trying to say that this movie was horrible, paying these movie bloggers and movie critics, telling them, hey, like, say this movie's horrible. We gonna pay you. Just, you know, simple shit like that. So that happens, and, you know, a lot of people are turned off by it. And I'm only bringing this up because learn how to make your own decision. If you are so interested in watching this movie, then watch the movie. Don't say that you're not watching it because people said it's horrible. The worst thing that you can do is just watch it, you know, and not like it. Plain and simple. It's not going to kill you. The matter of it being on Netflix, that it is accessible from anywhere, from your home, your tablet, your cell phone. It's a good thing. And I understand why Hollywood is doing it, because going to the movies has declined. I understand because I'm not about to go to the movies and some some psycho wants to shoot up the movie theater, or I'm not gonna go to the movie theaters and pay a 20 piece for one ticket and fucking getting snacks and whatever, and you're coming out to $60, $70 just for a regular date. That doesn't make any sense. But I understand, you know. Just learn how to make your own decisions. Why are you mad? MLK Day is coming up. I don't know why we celebrate MLK Day. I don't know why MLK Day is not like a day in February. I don't know. These are just questions that I have. Why is it not in February? I don't know why we celebrate it. Maybe, yeah, I understand the remembrance, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. It loses its meaning every single year. All niggas do is go and party. They have an MLK parade that they shoot on MLK every single year, or they fight on MLK every single year. Like it's a constant thing. But that's not what I want to talk about. I'm tired of you promoters and your damn flyers, and you always got MLK on it. Like, just because MLK is on the damn flyer doesn't mean that I'm gonna come. Like, that's just so weird to promote your party that you're promoting, and it says I have a dream, MLK Day, come out and get drinks or no cover till 11. That's weird. But maybe that's just me, you know. I don't know. I don't like sucking the fun out of things, but that shit is weird to me. Besides that, we just watched, or I don't know about you, but I watched LeVar do some that nobody really does, right? You know, just with the Big Baller brand. You know, his two sons, Melo and Jello, play for Lithuania, and I think what happened was LeVar took them out of the league that they were playing in, and they're playing in another league that's being streamed on Facebook in a court that has BBB in the center and, you know, just around the area, just promoting the brand and whatnot. And to me, that's genius, right? But that's not the thing. People were mad at LeVar. I don't know why they were mad at LeVar because he did this, but this is legendary, right? But so I was watching it during the live stream and whatnot, and all you see in the comments is everybody in the Ball family gotta die. LeVar is a devil, and just all this hateful thing, all these hateful things, and like I don't know, it was just weird because I'm just like, what did LeVar Ball do to you? Is it because he's loud? Is it because he says his sons are better than your sons? I don't know. Like, as a parent, if I had a son, of course I'm gonna say, yo, my sons are better than your sons. Of course I'm gonna be subjective towards the things that I have professed in my sons' lives. All this hate for no reason, I don't know, it's weird to me. I don't understand people that hate for no reason. Literally, nobody has a reason to hate anything. If you hate it, don't talk about it, leave it alone. Plain and simple. I don't understand black people that don't like LeVar Ball. And if you don't like him, mind your business. Like, yeah, honestly, like, that's all it comes down to. If you don't like something, if you don't like someone, mind your damn business. Plain and simple. But yeah, that's why I was mad. But I've been thinking, and a lot of things have been on my mind lately. But just thinking, you know, we're in 2018. This is still the first month, meaning that you should be doing what you're doing as far as your New Year's resolution if you do have one. But I've been thinking about just where I am right now, right? So, you know, I constantly ask myself these questions, right? You know, I ask, are you happy right now where you are? And, you know, I can say, yeah, I'm happy. I can say that I'm happy where I am because it took a long way to get to where I am right now. But the question is to you now, like, are you happy with where you are? What is your biggest disappointment in life? You can say in life or you can say in your year. I can say that, you know, I didn't really carry out the things that I wanted to do. But then I ask you that question, what is the biggest disappointment in your life? And then I'll ask you your biggest failure. For me, I can say, you know, not applying myself in high school or not starting certain things in high school or when I was younger. Like, it's like, I don't know, I guess I could say like I failed myself, right? But then I'll ask you, has anything come out positive with all that's happened to you? And that's where like I lie things. Like, has anything come positive out of every single situation that you've been to force you to be where you are right now. And I can say that, yeah, for me, yeah, things have come out good. I can say that I'm a better person now than the better person that I thought I would be if these things happened. You see, like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, sometimes you just need to have some type of inventory on your life. You know, we always asking, why me? Greatest question that we ever ask is, why me? And, you know, honestly, it's kind of selfish that we ask, why me? But to say that, you just need to see how far you came and how far you're going. You know, I usually ask people, do you have a stretch goal in 5 years? Right? But you don't know what's going to happen in those 5 years. You just know that that's what you want. And we never really just know the certain events for sure. And that's the part where fear comes in. Sometimes it hinders us. That's why I asked you, what's your biggest disappointment? Like, you don't want to have a disappointment when it comes to actually trying to achieve your goal. You don't want to have a disappointment when time passes and you look back and you're just like, well, damn, I should have done that. You don't want to be 40 years old talking about you want to start a business or you have a passion to do this. My friend, time is almost up. But I'm just saying this to say, have an inventory on your life. Think about these things. Because life gets better if you allow it to get better. So time after time, these companies, they tend to let us down. And, you know, this is a recurring thing, you know, dealing with Pepsi, Shea Moisture. Like, I don't care about these things, but I'm just saying, like, people get upset. People are very picky with what they like to see. But you would think that these companies will understand that if you don't appropriate certain things, or if you pull things from a different culture and not actually have a representation for everything or everybody or whatever, like, you're going to get backlash. So H&M is suffering from backlash. Granted, they did not say sorry. They just said, oh, we're sorry that you feel that way. They didn't say that I'm sorry. All right. That's one thing. Understand that happened. You know, things happen for a reason. I don't know why they approved for this to come out, you know, with the little kid. It was a little black boy. He had a sweatshirt that said coolest monkey. You know, they had a white girl that said, with a one piece that said black queen. I don't think anybody really cares about that. I think it's the coolest monkey thing. My only issue about it is that, you know, yes, I get it. You're offended, right? Granted, if the parents were offended, then they would never collected the check. And I don't know, to me, it's just like, I don't think it cared to them, just for the fact, like, yeah, their child is doing child modeling or whatever. Or maybe they thought that they might not get an opportunity to do it. Okay, like, I understand that. But just know that when your kid gets older, they're going to have to deal with that shit later on. Like, yeah, I was the guy. I was the guy with the green hoodie that said coolest monkey on it. No, nobody wants their child to experience that. And I don't know. To me, I just thought that was unfair, because as long as that check cleared, your kid was willing to do whatever. That's pretty sad to me. But yeah, that was one thing, of course. But when we get on social media and we see these things and everybody is outraged and everybody's doing their think pieces on this, it's not that deep, first of all. It really isn't that deep. You know, the kid got a $1 million contract from Diddy, and everybody is replacing the coolest monkey with little quotes and Black King and whatever. Like, the kid doesn't even know what's going on. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The kid does not know, nor does the kid care what's going on. I don't even know how old he is. But learn how to think for yourself, because this is groupthink. You're outraged. You don't know why you're outraged. You're outraged because you're just like, oh, H&M shouldn't be doing this. Okay, all right. What are you gonna do about it? If you really wanted to do something, then, you know, you make a complaint. You don't go to the stores and you start acting ratchet or whatever, because you see those videos of the people that want to be the first ones to go, where's that sweater with the coolest monkey on it? I need that, whatever. Like, I don't know. That's corny to me. That's mad corny. Or don't say that you're gonna boycott H&M, because I'm not gonna lie to you. If H&M had an 80% sale, I don't care. I'll be there. I will be front and center. But, you know, that's just to say, yo, think for yourself. I don't know how many times I gotta say that, because it's honestly sad that y'all can't think for yourselves. Y'all don't know what's going on. learn how to read certain things before you start to react. And like I said, look at things from a different perspective. And hopefully your comprehension skills will start to progress, No shots taken out at all, just saying. Say, man, if you really like the show, and I assume that you like it because you're still listening to the show, but if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, please, write us a review. It helps people find the show, for one, and it also gives people an idea of what's going on in the show without actually listening. So, it attracts other people, and I'm just asking, if you don't want to, it's cool. If you do, God bless you. Now back to the show. I've come to realize, right, when it comes to just being successful, or when it comes to these millionaires that make all this money, or whatever, just things like that, entrepreneurship is definitely what works for this time right now. Like I'm saying, in 2018, entrepreneurship is probably one of the best ways to go if you want to make it, if you want to succeed in whatever business that you're doing, right? And I say this because we have all these major companies. They're outsourcing and they're looking for different resources to replace jobs, whether this is more self-checkouts, whether this is automated systems, whether these are machines that do what humans do. They're replacing jobs, right? We all know that the future is coming where there's not going to be enough jobs for everybody. And I'm just thinking about it because these little entrepreneurs that do different things, these are things that we can do, but we would pay somebody to do. So let me get this straight. Or let me clarify, actually. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Being your own boss is not for everybody. And that's cool. It's cool. That not everybody was born to be a leader. In case, I don't know. That's another topic. I can't really speak on that, but not everybody is meant to be a boss as far as in the workforce. And that's cool. It really is cool because every boss needs his subordinates and just to carry out a good business or whatever, just in this time. Understand what I'm trying to say, that not everybody is supposed to be a boss, but this is probably one of the best ways to go right now. We see people making games, just making clothes and little programs and softwares and apps, just things like that. And that's what people are doing to, fund themselves. And, I'm saying all this because at what point do we ditch the safe route, which is going to college, getting that degree that you want, that does not promise you a job, but it just proves that you're disciplined enough to be committed in what you're doing? I don't know about that. It's weird. But what I can say is that 54% of people in 2017 are not working in their majors. That's half. That's half the people that go to college. So, at a time when I was looking for a job, we had these entry-level jobs, right? These entry-level jobs require a master's degree, 5 years of experience, and they have the audacity to pay you less than $30,000. So you're telling me that you owe the government $90,000 in loans, but you're only going to be making $30,000. It doesn't make any sense. So where do we cross the line? Where do we say enough is enough? The only thing that is promised in this country when it comes to going to school is being an engineer, working in the medical field, and dealing with law. Good things, granted, you can mess these things up, but it works, and that's why immigrants come, and that's the field that they take over. But what about other things? It can be the simplest thing, and you can be a millionaire. If money is your desire, think of things that will make you money. And honestly, it's the simplest things. And honestly, I will revert back to revert back to multiple streams of income, because I feel like that is so important. I was reading about millionaires. They said the typical millionaire has 7 streams of income. And like I said, if money's your thing, think of things that will make you money. But then, let's move money aside. Now let's think about passion, right? You graduate from school. Let's say you are a dietitian, right? Dietitians, they do not get jobs. If you do have a job as a dietitian, either you have a self-practice, you do consulting, or you work for the hospital. Dietitians don't make money. I'm going to let you know that right now. Dietitians do not make money, but it is your passion to be a dietitian. You care so deeply about how you consume food and just the weight loss process and how you can benefit from eating food, right? So that's it. That's what you care about. That's what you love. You've fallen in love with it because you're in college and whatever. How are you going to flip that degree? Is what these kids will say. Flip. Like, how do you learn how to make money off of it? How do you monetize it? Sooner or later, you're going to have to figure out what you want to do after you get out of college. And if you don't find out, then you're going to be stuck somewhere doing something that you don't want. But your job only requires a bachelor's degree. And then you end up hating it. You end up hating the world. You end up hating getting up in the morning. I'm not going to lie to you. I like waking up. Granted, I don't like sleeping a lot because I like doing things. But I like getting up. I don't mind a Monday because that just means that things get better. You know, I do all my hard shit on Monday anyways. But like I'm saying, how do you flip that? Let's just say that, yeah, you're a dietitian. You can't get a job anywhere, but you have all this knowledge. And I was just thinking about it because there's a lot of things that people do, but there's a lot of things that people go to school for, and they just can't get it straight. They can't get it right, and they wonder why. Learn how to flip your degree. Let me just use an example with the dietitian. It takes time to build an empire. You know, everybody's like, oh, yeah, I'm building my empire. Me and mine about to build my empire. Yeah. I get it. You build your empire, you do whatever. But building the empire takes time. You know, you have to make sacrifices. You just have to do a lot of things so that sooner or later that thing will flourish into one of the best businesses that can ever happen. So you're a dietitian, right? You start a website. Let's say you start a website. You post videos on YouTube. Link it to your website. Create an email list because people are genuinely interested on how to eat healthy in a healthy conscious society that we're in right now. Like, all people care about is eating healthy, eating organic shit, you know, natural stuff. That's all people care about right now. So you want to do these things. Create that email list, start marketing. Marketing is probably one of the most rising degree right now is marketing, because that's all these companies care about is marketing these things. The future is yours. That's all I have to say. You determine what you want to do. So let's just backpedal and let's look at the word opportunity. Opportunity comes to those that want it. So that means that you have to fight for it. You can't just sit there and say, oh, well, it's going to come. No, it's not coming. It will never come. And I can say that for a fact. I can say that through just experience. Because why would I sit there in 10, 20 years and keep saying the same thing? Oh, it's going to come when it never comes. I just lost out on my life. You know, time is so precious. Time is probably one of the most precious things we have, and you don't get it back. You know, there's a lot of things I regret doing. There's a lot of things I regret not doing, and it sucks. But hey, it is what it is. If you're spending time doing something that you're not really supposed to be doing, you know, if you have that level of awareness that you're just like, oh, well, I could be doing this, then just do it, you know? And that's another thing. It's just like, if you're hanging around people that you know you're not supposed to be hanging around because they're not going to advance you in your life, then what are you doing? This is where knowing your worth counts. Why would you sit there, do these things, and not advance yourself in life? Me, by myself, I know my worth. I know what I will and will not tolerate from people. I know what I will and will not tolerate from the outside world, dealing with and interacting with different people in the workforce or whatever. I know what I want. Now I'm saying to you, it's just like, do you know what you want? Do you know your worth? You know, I saw on Twitter, one of my friends said, he's a photographer. He said, I'm not doing birthday photo shoots anymore. Like, if you want all that, go to somebody else, but I'm not doing it. But to me, I understand that as him realizing his worth, him appreciating his craft, and him moving forward. So just, if it takes time, you know, I always tell people to meditate. Meditating is not fucking, no, it's not. It's literally just sit down. If it's only 5 minutes out of your day, sit down and just think about things, you know. If you're religious, you know, you believe in God or whoever you believe in, look, you're going to start making sound decisions once you start sitting still and just listening to what's actually going on in your head. A lot of things happen and we don't even pay attention to it just because we're in this era where we love to multitask. And it's fine. But, you know, I'm just saying it to say, hey, Get your lives together, guys. It's never going to be as hard as you make it. Because, we really just make shit hard for ourselves. But yeah, man, opportunity will come. Just work for it. Wrapping this thing up, what I would like to say is, once again, it's January. It's January. Do what you got to do. If it's working, if it's school, people about to go back to school that are in college. School, working, if you're starting a blog, if you're starting a podcast, vlog, something. If you're doing something, be consistent. Continue to do it. It gets hard, you don't get those supporters that you really want. Yeah, you don't. But if you keep doing it, time will tell what happens to you. Time will tell how successful you'll be. Just got to be consistent. At the end of the day, it's that simple. Say this to say that things don't come to you in life easily, and that's cool. Because once you do obtain these things, you'll never take them for granted. Now, say, I don't have anything of the week. I could say a show of the week is something I've been watching. It's called The Shy. It's really good. I haven't finished it, but from what I've seen, I like. If you don't know what The Shy is, just know that one of the main characters is the guy from Straight Outta Compton that plays Easy. Really good actor. I can say that. And I don't know if I said The Good Doctor, but The Good Doctor is a good show as well. About a autistic doctor trying to work in a regular hospital and interact with different people. It's really good because the doctor is like super smart. He's a super genius, but he doesn't know how to communicate with people. So, just watch these two shows if you want. I think The Good Doctor comes on ABC and The Shy comes on Showtime. If you do have Showtime, you can always watch it legally, but, I'm not promoting those type of things. Yeah, and I could say for words of wisdom, just living your truth. It doesn't get more simple than that. It really doesn't. But yeah, man, you listened to this episode, you loved it, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead, like it. I appreciate it. If you didn't, just move around. Oh, yeah, and I did drop the website, www. I don't think anybody says www. But moreaboutsomethingelse.com. It's out. Go check it out. Read up on it. I do post everything that goes on in my head and everything that happens, whether it's music, fitness, whatever, on that website. So go ahead, check it out if you like it. I don't mind feedback. Feedback is always good. But my name is Joshua, and I'm out.
Hey man, fuck all the bullshit. Ain't no rules to this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do what the fuck you want to do out here. If you want to go be a DJ, be a DJ. You want to strip, go strip, my nigga. Do what the fuck you want to do. Ain't no rules to this shit. We out here. Stay determined, beloved.